I know that we don't have any, like, none of us here have any definitive proof of what's really happening in an aeroplane and where the tanks are and everything and how much they're really putting on. And, you know, we have guests come on our panel, Lady Co-Pilot, and she's pretty sure that the petrol goes in or the fuel goes in because they watch in the plane the tanks filling up, so forth like that. So whatever's happening there, you know, Lady Co-Pilot is a lovely lady and a friend of mine, so I'm not doing this to upset her. But I wrote to this truck driver and he said, yeah, use it all you like. But so I am going to use his video. So just to explain how difficult it is for a lorry to carry fuel, and what it is when he's only going so many miles an hour on land. So here goes, and then make your mind up whether you think there are thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons in tanks with baffles in it. Anyway, this is DW Red. He is a lorry driver and he's going to be talking about how difficult it is to comprehend with the slosh in a tanker, his tanker.
What 4,500 gallons of product is in that back wall? That was the product in the back wall. Now it just got loose. There it is, hitting the pin. It's really hard to show in one of these videos what that thing will do. This little computer you see here, that's my log book. I don't do a log anymore. It's all paperless. It's all electronic. The only time I have to do anything is if I stop, I just go into the menu screen and put myself either off duty for lunch or on duty. And then that's it. You hit the comment box, click on a comment, like post-trip, pre-trip, TDI check, tire check, you know, stuff like that. And then hit OK. When you take off, you don't touch nothing. It automatically knows you're moving by a GPS built into it. This is the actual navigation screen. I have my GPS over on the windshield you can't see. But that's the GPS screen you see right there. I am going to, when I stop up here, I'm going to show you what it feels like if you don't plan your stops right, or if you feather or pump the brakes coming up to a stop. I'm going to show you the effects of that. And the reason I'm doing that with this load is because this is actually a pretty slippery load. You can't imagine, it's almost like a big ocean wave back there. It can get pretty nasty. I mean, you'll think somebody slammed into the back of you at a stoplight. Damn sure don't want to slam on your brakes on a curve like this one right here. You have to be slowed down before you get to it. I'm going to hit the brakes and let off of them for a second. And hit the brakes again. And then when I stop, you're going to feel this. That was the product. That wasn't nothing else but 4,500 gallons of product slamming into that back wall, making you think we just got hit by a damn freight train. off the clutch just right, it will come on, hit me. See, when I want it to do it won't do it real hard. There we go. Coming up to a turn up here, and I want to try and, you know, anticipate this turn. You know, I see on my GPS it's coming up pretty quick. I don't want to be, you know, floating these brakes on and off. That just gets that product jerking back and forth. So I just kind of want to keep it as smooth and as steady as possible, slowing down. Use the engine brake because it will put, you know, light pressure on it. I mean, you got to try and do everything as smooth and as timely as possible. See, I'm not racing up to this intersection to hammer on this brake pedal. But what I am going to do is right when I get pretty close, I'm going to start applying pressure. And I'm not going to let off of it until, you know, I'm pretty much stopped or ready to turn. I can see my turn is right there, so I'm going to start getting on these brakes. And you'll see this thing doesn't jerk around a lot. We got to yield, so I know I can go. Engine brake off so it doesn't jerk the crap out of it. Try and time your shifts. When this product, see it jerks right there, that's hitting the back wall, it just let loose. So I want to shift while it's kind of floating in the middle and just starting to tug on me right there. I know it's hard to tell. I should have turned the steady pick on my camera off, because then it would show the serious jerk. You know, you want to just kind of try and be as smooth on the gas pedal as you can, and it'll tug back and forth for probably, it's loose again right there, and it's just now tugging. You want to try and, you know, be as smooth as you can, and it'll tug back and forth with a real slippery load. Depending on how full the load is, if it's 3/4 full or half full, it's usually the worst. If it's, you know, pretty much, you know, as full as it can be, with just a little bit of outage, it won't hammer on you that bad. But, you know, it'll do this back and forth for 2, 3, 4 miles. And all it takes to get it jerking back and forth is, you know, a car pulling out in front of you and you got to turn the cruise off. You know, just something as little as that. I got to turn the lights off at the way station out here. That's about how it's closed. But, I mean, I can feel it, you know, doing one of these numbers while we're driving down the road. And, you know, you can flip one of these over in a parking lot, you know, turn it around to set yourself up to park. I mean, it's just, you know, you just really got to be careful. If you're turning that thing and you're bending the tractor around and you slam on the brakes, the product's going to want to try and, you know, roll up the side and flip the tank over. It's just, it's about as nasty as you want to get.